we announced that our membership figures stood at 700, listen properly, 769,820 and 70 members, down from 100.2 million in 2012.
Hello guys, and welcome to today's episode. Today we're doing all the numbers. Just like President Zuma did, so too will we, except better. Alright, let's start with basic counting. From 0 to 10. You can just play the video a bit slower if this is too fast for you. So put it on 0.5 or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From 11 to 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, here's where it differs from English. In English, you would say 21. But in Afrikaans, you say 21, 22, 23, etc. From 20 to 100. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. From 100 to 1000, it's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. So I hope you're starting to see the pattern that follows. But in Afrikaans, using the 3-letter combination, there's a pattern to how we use it. For example, when we write it down into words, a number, we use, for example, 1 million has 6 digits. We break those digits up in groups of 3. For example, the hundreds is 3, the thousands is another 3. So how we write it down? First, it's the big number, then it's the small number, and then it's the middle number. For example, 121 or 121. English would have large number 100, 20 middle number, and 1 small number. In Afrikaans, it's large number 100, small number 1, and middle number 20. So 121. That's the pattern we follow, and this stretches through all the counting. So work in your 3-digit patterns. Let's get back into the thousands. From 1,000 to 10,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see all those numbers being used. You just add 1,000 next to it. Now this continues up to 1 million. So 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 14,000, 15,000. Just add it together. So that is the pattern that follows. You can figure the rest out yourself. 1 million. After 1 million, there is a billion. But of course, it's like 1 million, then it's 10 million, then it's 100 million, 100 million, 10 million and 100 million. And after 1 million, it's a billion. So same for a billion, it's 10 billion, 100 billion, 10 miljard, 100 miljard. So it still follows the pattern. Work with your 3 digits, and those are all your basic counting words. I hope this helped. But let's talk a bit about rangtelwoorde. Now, what is a rangtelwoord, you might ask? A rangtelwoord is rankings. Like you would stand on a podium, if you would come first in a race, you'll be first. You'll be second if you're not first. So, second, third, fourth, etc. The same goes for Afrikaans. Eerste, tweede, derde, vierde, vyfde, sesde, sewende, agste, negende, tiende, elfde, twaalfde, dertiende, veertiende, vyftiende, sestiende, sewentiende, agtiende, negentiende, twintigste, dertigste, veertigste, vyftigste. If you end with that you have to have st added. If it ends on another letter, except for eerste, it becomes de. Agste, eerste. It's all about how the letter ends. For example, 121st, honderd, 21ste, 130. It's all about that last word. And yeah, I can't think of anything more. Oh yeah, tweede. Let's talk about tweede for a moment. So this is one of the fine rules. You might have noticed it does not look normal. Something's a bit off. And you're 100% correct. Tweede is an exception to our plural rule. Do you remember when we have a short vowel sound, it needs its double consonant protection? But tweede does not. It's a long vowel sound, but one of the vowels don't fall away. And why is this? So, if you have a long vowel sound, you remember the rules, one vowel has to fall away, but in tweede's case it doesn't, because it has a beklemtoonde ear. So it's tweede. The ear is emphasized, and that's what beklemtoon means. Tweede. So you can really hear how we emphasize that ear. Tweede. And this is only applicable for ear. None of the other, not a, o, or u, just ear. This is the only one. There are some other examples, but for now, tweede is good enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode.